Night Shift Whispers. She came from an unknown direction, suddenly appeared from the darkness of the night and took a seat in front of the fireplace not far from me. Her gaze was empty and sad, staring straight into the flames of the fireplace. I was a little grateful because I finally got a friend. My group had gone to the peak an hour ago so as not to miss the sunrise moment from the highest point of the mountain we were climbing. I couldn't go with them to the top because my condition had been unwell since half the journey. Only a few hours left until morning. I assured myself over and over again that I would be fine waiting alone at base camp post 4 without any friend until my group returned later when the sun was up. But my nerves were hard to be denied, or well, to be honest, I was a little scared, even though this wasn't my first climb. Luckily, this girl appeared before me, even though everything about her made my mind filled with question marks. "Hi," I tried to greet her. She glanced slightly at me, but did not voice an answer. An insipid smile appeared from her pale face. "Why are you so alone? Where is your group?" I couldn't hold back my curiosity any longer. She remained silent, looking at the fireplace with her empty gaze becoming increasingly sad. Could it be that she got separated from her group and was left alone? Several minutes passed without conversation. I felt awkward sitting together with her in silence like this. Once again, I looked at her gloomy face. With a glance from the dim light of the fireplace, the flames of which were growing bigger due to the gust of the wind, I saw that her tiny lips seemed dry and white. Really doesn't look like a normal person in general. Was this girl sick? A cup of hot tea? I tried to offer her something that might make her feel better. Coincidentally, there was still some water left in the kettle I boiled before, enough to make another cup of tea. Faintly, she nodded. "Wait a minute, okay?" I said as I got up to get a cup and tea bag and sugar from inside the tent. I only left her for a moment, not even 5 minutes. But when I returned, the girl was gone, without the slightest sound of her footsteps leaving. I was confused and tried to look for her throughout the base camp. The girl had really disappeared. Then I started to think of some weird possibilities, but I quickly dismissed it myself. Maybe she had urgency to be not far from this place. The morning approached. The sun continued to rise. Until my group returned from the peak, the girl still didn't come back. Only her red backpack was sitting near the remains of the fireplace, looking shabby and dirty with spots of dried mud. When my group was about to rush down the mountain, I was confused about the red backpack. Should I take it? Or just leave it there? On the advice of my friends, I finally brought the red backpack with me, hoping that down there perhaps at post 1 I would find the girl again. Unfortunately, until we arrived at the village at the foot of the mountain, I never saw that girl again. In a state of really not knowing what to do with the backpack, my hand moved carelessly to open the zipper of the front pocket of the backpack. found a student card which was also faded and stained with dry mud spots. But I could still faintly read the name written there, Alyssa Wiriawan. Her address was not so far from the city where I lived. 3 days later, my friend and I went to that address to return Alyssa's red backpack. A gray-haired middle-aged woman greeted us with a confused look. Alyssa? Why do you ask about her? She asked with an expression that was difficult to explain. When I finally gave her the red backpack, the woman fell to her knees and cried. That's right, I did return the backpack to the right address. The problem was, the girl had disappeared on a mountain climb 10 years ago. Of course, it was the same mountain with the one that I climbed, and her body had never been found. The gray-haired woman showed us a photo. Alyssa's photo. Her figure was exactly the same as the figure who appeared to meet me at base camp the other day. Now it was my turn to sit down limp. So I've been visited by a spirit? Oh my God,